to the Bird Brain Podcast. Shout out to all the moms out there. Shout out to all the dads out there. Shout out to all the people that are self-parenting themselves out there. And happy Mental Health Awareness Month. Just want to shout out my mom. That woman is a warrior that carries a lot of grace. And she has taught me so many things throughout my short time on this earth. And all of it's invaluable. And how I show up in the world is because of how she chose to show up. So, all the love to you, mama. The importance of self-parenting, what that actually looks like. Your mental health is the most important thing I think you can take care of and tend to and regulate on a daily basis, because it affects everything. How you eat, how you move, how you don't move, how you feel, how you think about the world, how you exist in your relationships. Your mental health is literally the hub for everything else that you experience in your life. And it's always okay to ask for help. You go to the doctors when you break an arm. You go to the doctors when you're not feeling well. Treat your mental health the same way. It is not this imaginary thing. If anything, how your mental health is taken care of will dictate the imagination that you create for your actual life. You know, self-parenting, what that actually looks like is simply tuning into that little kid in you, what you think, feel, what you're afraid of on a day-to-day basis, and asking yourself those questions. You know, some days I may just be tired and I may not have much energy to do much of anything. So what I do sometimes is I just sit down and ask myself, hey, what's going on? It's important to be compassionate with yourself in those moments that you don't have much to give. So when you are experiencing other people and they kind of have those same modes of operation, you can be more compassionate and understanding. I'm not saying that you have to endure every experience like that, but what I'm saying is you will have a better understanding of what's going on with someone outside of you, the more you take care of the person inside of you. I think one of the biggest examples I can think of is, let's say you're just in a space where you may not feel like you're valued or loved or appreciated, or you're kind of left out, or you're not supported. I think we all experience that to some degree, and that really affects our mental health. It doesn't just affect our mental health, it affects our self-worth, it affects our trust, it affects our capacity to exist in relationships. It really influences all those things when we feel like we are not included in a space that we value. So picture your little self. You know, picture that young man, young woman, or young person, and just see them and think about a moment in time when you were younger where that happened. Because the funny thing about it is that new experiences just bring up old history. You know, every time we have an experience with a new person that feels very visceral and very familiar, it's coming from very old experiences that we have not fully processed yet. So when you have a moment, picture you looking at that little kid and saying, hey, what's wrong? Or hey, I'm still here. Hey, I got your back. And the way you prove that is by showing up in those little moments in your present situation. Making sure you drink enough water in a day. Making sure that you eat. Making sure that you just do those little things is subconsciously telling you and your younger self that you are worth this effort. You are worth the normal things that you feel like you're asking too much of from someone else. You're worth being listened to. You know, you're worth being supported. You're worth being told that you're loved. You're worth the effort. You know, when you do all those little things for yourself, you are subconsciously reminding yourself that the bare minimum is not asking for too much. And the more you do that, the more you can accept it from people, from the outside world, and the more you can believe it, and the more you can trust it, and the more you can value it, and the more you can reciprocate it. You know, if you're taking care of yourself in a healthy way, you're more readily able and available to take care of others. I'm not saying you have to be perfect. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that when you have the capacity to take care of yourself properly, you now have the capacity, the wherewithal, and the awareness to take care of others the way they deserve to be taken care of. Yeah? it all starts with you. You know, self-parenting is just recognizing the things that you wish you received from your parents that you may not have always received. And a lot of times your parents are just kids that got older. They didn't necessarily grow into themselves because they were already trying to help somebody else grow. Does that make sense? Some people may not have the best experiences with their parents. What I'm saying is get into the habit of self-parenting yourself so you understand and are aware of what you may need, what you didn't receive, and what your parents who were raising you may not have had either. Provide it to yourself. So once you start providing it to yourself, you can give that to others. You can take care of other people. I'm not always in the best space, you know, believe it or not. It's a friend of mine, shout out to my buddy Chris, so much love there, reminded me that even on the worst days, you're still making a point to show up. So you're challenging yourself to get through those moments. And some days I don't have it in me. Honestly, some days I don't have it in me. But on those days, I really make it a point to be a good parent to my little kid. Be like, hey dude, it's all good. You know, it's all good. And things are gonna be okay. Because you're always gonna show up anyway. Being that it is Mental Health Awareness Month, like I said, it's more than okay to seek help and take care of yourself because you deserve to take up space in the world. You matter. That is not a question. That is not an afterthought or an option. No, you matter and you belong here. Do whatever it takes for you to be healthy, for you to be well, so you can take care of yourself and you can take care of others. All right? Never be ashamed of seeking help to make yourself better. We all need it. Wish you guys the best. Wish you guys so much love. Go drink some water. Go tell somebody you love them. Go stand in the mirror and say it to yourself. I love you guys. I'm proud of you. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mental Health Awareness Month. Love you guys. Take flight.